Welcome to Culture Screen, where we analyze culture through countdown. Nick Jr. first launched on January 4th, 1988 as a preschool block from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. weekdays on Nickelodeon. During the early years, Nick Jr. aired Pinwheel, a show for preschoolers which had previously aired on Nickelodeon. The first program created specifically for Nick Jr. was Eureka's Castle. Accompanying Eureka's Castle were other imported shows which Nickelodeon purchased from other companies. From September 4th, 1989 to September 4th, 1991, Eureka's Castle ran new episodes on Nick Jr. When Nick Jr. stopped releasing Eureka's Castle content, the Nick Jr. brand took a major hit in viewership. However, a few years later, they would create a new set of shows for their audience. In 1994, Nickelodeon invested $30 million into Nick Jr. to revive their children-specific block and began airing Face as their first ever host of Nick Jr. Having a host tied the Nick Jr. shows together into a Nick Jr. family of shows and created a Nick Jr. community. The second show to air on the revived Nick Jr. was Gullah Gullah Island. Gullah Gullah Island aired its first episode titled Yes I Can on July 6, 1994. Gullah Gullah Island is an American musical children's TV series produced and aired on Nick Jr. from 1994 to 1998. Gullah Gullah Island starred Natalie Days and Ron Days, who served as the cultural advisors for the series. The third show to air on Nick Jr. was Allegra's Window. Allegra's Window aired its first episode titled My First Day at Daycare on October 24, 1994. The Allegra's Window series deals with the daily life of a precocious, imaginative puppet character named Allegra and features live characters, puppets, and animations very similar to those found on Sesame Street. Nickelodeon would go on to air their fourth show for Nick Jr., Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues first aired on September 8, 1996. The show had innovative animation and production techniques designed to help young viewers learn. The show was originally hosted by Steve Burns, who was later replaced by Donovan Payton. The clues left by Blue inevitably revealed to us how Blue will spend the rest of her day. Blue's Clues was critical to the growth of Nickelodeon and Nick Jr. and went on to be the highest rated show for preschoolers. The fifth show to air in the 90s was Binya Binya. Binya Binya aired as a 1 week long spin-off series based on Gullah Gullah Island. From February 2nd, 1998 to 4 days later on February 6th, 1998. Nickelodeon went on to allegedly produce somewhere between 8 to 13 episodes during the summer of 1997. Binya Binya would air 5 of those episodes during the first week of February in 1998. The show was named after Binya Binya, the pollywog we knew and loved from Gullah Gullah Island. In Binya Binya, the cast of Gullah Gullah mainly dealt with traveling outside of the Gullah Islands. The last show created in the 90s for Nick Jr. was Little Bill. Little Bill first aired on November 28, 1999. Little Bill is based on Bill Cosby's book series, Little Bill. Little Bill was set in Philadelphia, and in every episode, we watched Little Bill Glover learn a lesson and gain a deeper understanding of the given situation. The episodes were designed through research in order to have a positive impact on children. After the 90s, Nick Jr. continued to grow, producing Ubi, Dora the Explorer, Oswald, Whoopi's Little Bird, Blue's Room, The Backyardigans, Go Diego, Jack's Big Music Show, Wonder Pets, The Upside Down Show, Nai Hao, Kailan, and the portion of the Fresh Beat Band when in 2009, Nick Jr. transitioned from being a time block on Nickelodeon to a separate independent channel. We upload new videos every week, so subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. Click the notification bell to be notified of when we upload these videos. See you on the next episode of Culture Screen.